Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm James and this is my channel, Rogue Duelist Trade, where we talk about upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh product and whether or not you should invest your money in order to profit. On this episode, we're going to do a risk analysis on an upcoming product, which is Battles of Legend Armageddon. Konami leaked out some information that's going to be coming from the set in a couple of months, so we're going to go through that information today, and we are going to do a risk analysis on the set to decide whether or not it is worth our money to invest. Now guys, I do put a lot of work in these risk analysis videos, and if you like content like this video. Hit that thumbs up button down below. When you guys like videos like this, it actually helps the YouTube algorithm and helps my videos become more known so we can grow this channel together. Now guys, even more important, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet and you like this type of content, what's stopping you? Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. Every time I come up with a new video, you guys will be the first ones to see it. And guys, as you watch the video, comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this set. I would like to know if you agree, disagree with me, or if there's something I might have missed. Please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And guys, I did start a Facebook page and an Instagram if you'd like to follow me on either of those social media platforms. And I also started a Yu-Gi-Oh investment Facebook group. Go down in the description below. I have some links there for you. Let's go ahead and jump into the risk analysis for Battles of Legend Armageddon. Okay guys, here we are. This is the cover card for the set, which is Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. It's a card that was actually in a YCS from 2018, and only a select few people were able to actually get a hold of this card. Very high dollar right now, so it's really cool that we're actually going to be seeing it in the set. Let's go ahead and jump in. The market launch for this set is July 24th, 2020, so we just got a couple of months before we're going to see this hit the shelves. More than likely going to be a roughly 100 card set. So I looked at previous Battle of Legends sets, and they range from the low 90s to the low 100s. So I think we could expect to see 100. It's still to be disclosed right now from Konami, which means they very well could throw in some cards in their last second that we might not be aware of, especially because they haven't solidified what that total card number is yet. So for every pack, you get 5 cards, and it's an all foil set, so you're gonna get 4 ultra rares and 1 secret rare. So here's a little blurb that just kind of gives a preface of what Konami is saying is going to be coming in this product. So it says this is an all foil booster set and is filled to the brim with never before released cards from the Yu-Gi-Oh manga and anime series. Powerful tournament level mainstays, sought after theme support, and foil upgrades for fan favorites. A lot of the cards that they have unveiled are cards that were only seen in Shonen Jump magazines, again, YCS tournament. There are some tournament level cards, you could say, that are in this product, but I feel like there is a gap so far, and I think you guys will probably see that too as we go through this analysis. I'm really hoping Konami is going to be bringing more to the table in this set, but let's go ahead and keep going. So if you guys want to go ahead and pause the video and skim through all of the cards that have been unveiled that's coming in the set, please do so. And for you guys to see, I did put a note next to every single card name. R stands for reprint, $sign stands for a card that's currently at a high value on its current print, N stands for it's a brand new card, and M stands for it's a card that's actually in the meta today, whether it's very lightly in the meta or very heavily in the meta. Now, cards that haven't been named specifically in the set from Konami, but were hinted at, which is Jim Crocodile from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is going to be getting cards coming in the set. Now, there are 2 definite cards that are going to be in here, which was on my previous card list, which is Fossil Warrior Skull King and Fossil Fusion, which I would say is probably 2 of the better cards. These are other cards that have been unveiled in the OCG, and I think we could likely expect them coming in this set. All right, guys, so let's go ahead to the first metric in our risk analysis. And if you guys are new to these types of videos, each of these metrics, you can find the definition of them in the description down below, although I would say it's rather self-explanatory, but just in case, go ahead and check out the description below if you'd like. So our first metric is current card support, buyouts, and value. Now this one is a really hard set with the information that we have to really be able to measure this. I really did my best just to look at the cards that are actually in there because we are getting a lot of reprints, such as Artifact Sanctum. So Artifact Sanctum has 2 ultra rare prints and 1 secret rare right now. It'll be interesting if we see this is going to be an ultra or secret rare coming out of the set. Think if it's a secret rare, that might make more sense. Right now it's been seeing a very steady but low drop over the past few months, and it hasn't really been played in the meta today, and you could probably argue that's why it's starting to slowly decrease in value. But I think the fact that it's getting a reprint isn't going to be helping as well, which could be a good indication if you're buying the set and you're hoping that this card sells quickly. Another card that's being reprinted is Medolce Angeli. Now I think because of the master rule change, and this card actually has been seeing some level of meta play, it actually has had a rather large increase in the past several months and has started seeing a very small decline, but that's just in the past few days. Overall, I would say her price is pretty static, sitting between the $40 to $50 mark. So when this card comes reprinted, you could imagine that it will probably drop significantly. As we've seen in Dual Overload, there was a lot of Medolce reprints in there at actually very similar values. When those cards dropped, they were actually about less than $5 to be able to get. So we very well could see that again with this Medolce card, but we will see. But looking at the price point here again, it's been pretty static. So I wouldn't say there's been any type of movement because of this reprint coming out in Battles of Legend Armageddon. Next card is Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. This is a card that is actually getting a very well needed rarity bump. So right now it's a common. So it was anticipated that this was going to be seeing a lot more meta play with Union Carrier, because if this card is in the spell trap zone, essentially your opponent cannot special summon from the extra deck. But it actually hasn't been seeing that much meta play, at least from what I've seen, and the price actually has gone down rather significantly. And again, I don't know if it has any indication because of the reprint coming in Armageddon. It could just be it's not seeing that much meta play. So right now, again, it's kind of hard to say. And the very last card that I want to cover in this metric is Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion. Now this card is seeing a ton of meta play because it is a very good card to use in tandem with Halqifibrax or Needle Fiber, depending on which name you're more used to. I couldn't even use YugiohPrices.com to see the fluctuation in this. It just showed there was no listings, but I actually went on TCG Player and there is, but it is extremely low. There's only about a page and a half of O-Lions that are on TCG Player right now, and they're ranging at about the $15 to $20 mark. So this card has been seeing a lot of buyouts, but again, I think it's because it's been seeing a lot of meta play, but that is a very good sign because right now it's only at a rare print, similar kind of to Destruction Sword, which is only at a common. This card very much needs a rarity bump, especially for how much play it's seeing in the meta right now. So I do believe that this is a card that people are going to be excited about, and the fact that there's so much excitement about it right now, I think is a good indication for possibly investing in the set. Now, one side note separate from this metric, I just wanted to quickly be able to point out any cards that might be good investments that are singles before this set drops. Because Adamantipator's is either the top 1 or 2 deck in the meta right now, depending on your perspective, there's a lot of cards that's going to be coming in this particular product that has rock support, which is coming from the Jim Crocodile support, and I think they're cards that very well may want to be played in the Adamantipator strategy. So because of that, you would think that the cards couldn't go higher from here, but cards like Researcher and other Adamantipator cards have actually started to drop down in value just a little bit. And honestly, I feel like they're safe investments. I feel like they can only go up from here. There's more rock support coming. So cards like Gallant Granite, cards like Block Dragon, cards that are in the Emancipator strategy, I think they're cards that you should consider at least holding on to. I wouldn't sell them anytime soon. So for this metric for current card support buyouts and value, it's really hard to measure this right now, and honestly, this probably would go up once we get closer to release and we know what cards are actually coming out of the set, but right now I'm going to put this as a 3. So next is consumer hype on social media. So there aren't a ton of videos out there. This is going to be a new one once it's posted. So looking at House of Champs, there's a lot of people that are kind of in the middle. We have people saying, nothing tickled my fancy either, bro. If they are reprinting Black Whirlwind, does that mean Blackwing support coming? That's a good question. I've been waiting for O-Lion. That's a €6 rare over here in Europe. Now let's go ahead and look at MCole40's page. I mean, he's only got 19 comments on this video, which is actually pretty low for his channel. Never thought I'd see the day, more than 10 years, and these are finally actual cards, but are they good? good. Sounds like this individual is referencing the Jim Crocodile cards. Overall, the consumer hype on social media, I would say it's a 3. Could have put a 2, but I want to give some justice to this product. Right now, we're just going to call it a 3. Next metric is multiple chase cards. And again, this is hard because we have a rather short list of the cards coming out of the set, considering that it's probably going to be around a 100 card set. But right now, I actually think Fossil Warrior Skull King and Fossil Fusion are 2 cards that are actually extremely meta relevant, and again, are cards that are probably going to be chased after for the Emancipator strategy. So Fossil Warrior Skull King is very good going second and going first card, because essentially for his going first effect, quick effect on your opponent's turn, you can special summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard to your field. So it's kind of like a DD Crow, but not really, because you're not banishing. It's a quick effect where you can snatch a monster from your opponent's graveyard. So if you think of strategies like Eldritch, if you go ahead and steal your opponent's Eldritch monster from their graveyard, that really can slow them down and affect them. So that's a very good card right now in today's meta. And Fossil Fusion, when you think of cards like Predaplant Anaconda, you can activate this card from your deck. And this card allows you to fusion summon using monsters from both your graveyard and your opponent's graveyard. And not only that, if you do fusion summon a monster using both graveyards, your fusion monster cannot be targeted by effects. So that's pretty nuts. The fact that this card can be used from your deck because of Anaconda, and the fact that Fossil Fusion actually has some recursion. So if your fusion monster is destroyed by battle or card effect and it's in your graveyard, you can put it back in your hand. And not only that, Fossil Warrior Skull King, one of his fusion requirements is a rock monster and a level 7 or higher monster. Think about that. Eldritch the Golden Lord, he definitely meets that requirement, and you can use Fossil Fusion to banish him from your opponent's graveyard. I feel like these 2 cards should not be underestimated, and especially because rock is very prevalent in the meta today, I think these are 2 cards that people are going to be very excited about. Next is Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion and Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. I don't think I necessarily need to explain why. These are 2 cards, especially O-Lion, that are being played in the meta today, at least to an extent. These cards were very much due for rarity bumps, and they're needed. Right now, O-Lion, the highest is a rare, Destruction Sword is common, so I think these are 2 cards that people are going to want to get play sets of. Next is Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon, and Medolce Angeli. So Chaos Emperor, this is a card that only a select few people were able to get in the YCS 2018. So in YCS 2018, I guess they gave out both super and ultra rare prints. I'm not entirely sure what the ultra rare print value is, but for all the super rares that I was able to find, they're at about $1,000. So I think this is a card people are just going to want just because. And Medolce Angeli, as I said previously, Medolce is an archetype that people actually really enjoy playing, and actually has some meta relevance right now with a new master rule. Because this card right now is about $120 to $150 to get a play set, I think people are going to be chasing after this card to be able to get it for significantly cheaper. How much cheaper, I don't know. Next is Artifact Sanctum and Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment. So Artifact Sanctum is a card that's been in and out of the meta for a while. It's a very good card, and it has 3 prints already, and it's still at about $12 to $15 even at its lowest value print. So if this card comes out as another secret rare, there'd be 2 secret rare prints into the market. I think this card will probably maintain around a $5 to $10 value, and then probably slowly creep back up later on. And Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment, honestly, out of all the Shonen Jump reprints that are coming in this set, I feel this card probably is the best and may have some level of meta relevance, especially in decks like Rocket or just dragon-centric decks, because this card requires 3 different named monsters from your hand or field, and if all 3 of them are dragon, you can banish 3 cards. 1 is a card from your deck, your choice. 1 is the top card of your opponent's deck, and 1 is a card from your opponent's extra deck, your choice. Now, if you partner this card with a card like Ask the Router in a Rocket deck, you'll be able to essentially pull 2 extra deck monsters, your choice, from your opponent's extra deck. Now that actually can be very strong, and I think it could see some meta play, especially with it being easier to get a hold of. But right now it's not seeing meta play, but I think it's a card that people would want, at least out of the list of cards. And again, I know it's a bit of a stretch. So with that, I'm gonna say that it's a 4, and honestly, I would almost say 3, but I'm going to put it at a 4 largely because of the fossil support that's gonna be coming in this product. And the 2 cards in particular, Fossil Fusion and Fossil Warrior Skull King, I think those cards can actually see a lot of meta play, and I think they're going to have a lot of value, especially because they're newly introduced into the meta. Next is going to be meta relevant now as our metric. With the information we have, the fossil archetype hasn't been seen in the meta yet, so we can't say it's meta relevant now. I would say things that are meta relevant are O-Lion, Dragon Buster, sort of, Sanctum, sort of. So right now I'm gonna call this a 3. I think it's medium, it's a bit lackluster. Again, I'm hoping this is not the end of what we're gonna be hearing from this set, and we're gonna be hearing things maybe like Savage Dragon, maybe like Appaloosa, some cards that have some oomph to give this set something that's a little more interesting to go after for the meta. Next is gonna be product value versus cost. So it's $3.99 a pack. As I mentioned, you get 5 cards, all foil, 4 ultra rare, 1 secret. So you're gonna be getting all foil where there is some value there. There is going to be a lot of cards that are being reprinted. One, again, is like $1,000 card, but that's only because it's so hard to get. You have cards like Angeli. You have some really good reprints that are coming. I'm going to go ahead and call this one a 4. So collector's value, fan favorite anime support. We're getting Jim Crocodile support. It's been several years since Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and we're finally getting support from a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is a very beloved anime out of all the animes for Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we're also getting reprints from Shonen Jump, and we're getting the Chaos Emperor Dragon Armageddon, which was only available if you went to YCS 2018 and were able to earn that card. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 4. Reprint value and rarity bumps, I'm gonna give this one a 5, and the reason why is because yes, there's going to be a lot of great rarity bumps, there's going to be a lot of great reprints as I mentioned, but the Battles of Legends set are known to give really good reprints. Very similar to the Megatins or sets like Dual Overload and Dual Power. So we're going to be expecting to see a lot of reprints. The ones we're seeing are good, and I think we're going to be seeing much better ones. So I'm going to give this set the benefit of the doubt. Because of the track record for Battles of Legend, I'm going to give this a 5. So now influencer hype. Robbie from MCOL40, he specifically said that he's going to give this one a hard pass. John from House of Champs just was not overly excited for this, and I honestly don't blame them. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 2. And honestly, I couldn't really find a lot of content out there, but from what I was able to find, there's nobody that is really excited about this. Next is gonna be future meta relevance potential. And again, I think there is a lot of potential in the Jim Crocodile cards that are coming, specifically Skull Warrior and Fossil Fusion, because of the Adamancipator strategy that's right now leading the meta. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4, but I would mention that like Battles of Legend Heroes Revenge that came out last year, there were completely new archetypes that came out, such as Battle Wasp, such as Fortune Fairies, although they just kind of didn't do anything. So I'm hoping we might see some new archetypes come out that we're not seeing yet, aside from the fossil strategy. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4. So guys, with all the scores in, and honestly, I would say I was very gracious with a lot of these scores. Some of these were teetering between 3s and 2s or 3s and 4s. But with the score in, it's at a 71%. So this is definitely on the lower end. I would definitely say it's a product that's worth considering to invest. But I don't know, honestly, I'm on the fence, and with a lot of good product coming, such as Rise of the Duelist, I don't think I would want to invest my money here. I think I would rather invest it in things like Rise of the Duelist or possibly the Megatin. And Megatins is going to be my next risk analysis video. So if you guys want to see a risk analysis on the Megatins, like this video and let me know down in the comments below. I promise you it's coming and it's going to be the next one. But yeah, I would rather invest my money in products that I feel are safer investments. And honestly, with the information we have, I don't feel that comfortable with this one, but with the track record such as Battles of Legend Heroes Revenge, you had the Link Monster Black Luster Soldier, you had All Mirage being introduced for the first time, Psyframe Lord Lambda, the Vision Hero support for Heroes. We had a reprint of Boral Sword in Heroes Revenge. So who knows, maybe we're gonna see something. Again, Borreload Savage Dragon would be great. Something like that would really help this set kind of go up a bit, but right now I do feel it's a bit risky, so I would go ahead and leave it to you guys. Use your gut. Again, sometimes with more risk is more reward. If we find out later that there are really great cards coming and you already did pre-sales for it, then you just made a great investment. But right now, it's hard to say. So guys, that's gonna do it for the video. I'd really like to know what you think. Let me know down in the comments below. And guys, again, if you like this type of content, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share this video with anybody that you think might be interested in like this type of content. And guys, again, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and if you want to be part of my Facebook investors group, go ahead and request for an invitation. All the links are down in the description below. So guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next video.